So hello friends, welcome back to the channel. So this video is just an unplanned video because the problem is I am facing issue in opening the camera app in Realme UI 2.0 C12 EU version. So this problem is basically on the EU version. Let me show you. So you can see I am currently on Realme UI 2.0. Let me show you the about phone. Here you can see I am on C12 and this is the European version. That's why I am calling it EU. And just after installing the C12 EU OZIP, I got the update of C.18. As you can see here, the C.18 update, which is of 2.53 GB, and this is EU, that's why it is 2.53. Otherwise in the global version you get 3.07 GB of update. And I have downloaded the update, and the topic of this video is how to update Rooted Realme UI, because I have rooted this ROM and installed a custom recovery. Here you can see I have Magisk version 26.1, and I have also installed the TWRP 3.6, which is mostly compatible with Realme UI 2.0. And there is some issue with TWRP 3.7. There you cannot flash OZIPs. We get an error like it says OZIP unable to find OZIP decrypt, something like that. So today in this video I will show you how to update rooted Realme UI. So let's get to the topic. So the first thing is to download the software update or OTA. As you can see I have
मुंह से सुपारी निकाल के बात कर रहे बाबा
downloaded the OTA. Then the requirements is you just need a custom recovery installed and you have to be rooted with Magisk. Now after downloading the OTA, just go to data, go to OTA package, click on OTA, go to OTA, and here you will get all the files which are the update files. And yes, these are not a single zip, all the files are separated. So what you have to do, you have to just copy the files into SD card because the internal storage is encrypted in stock recovery. But yes, in custom recovery you get the internal storage decrypted, but don't trust on that because you may get encrypted. So for safe installation I have copied the files into my SD card. So here you can see I have copied the files, and here is an additional file which is the 4KB disabled VB I will put a link of this VB in the description. So I have all the files copied. Now what to do? Select all the files and rename them to zip one by one. So let me do that quick. So you can see here I have renamed all the files to zip. Now you have to reboot into recovery and flash all the files. And some pros will say here you don't have to rename the files, you can directly flash them from custom recovery by selecting flash as zip. But guys, I have tried that, the files does not show up, so I have to rename these files as zip. And the most important step is to backup all your data. So I have backed up all my data. And here's the Telegraph guide when you are on Realme UI 2.0 and want to update by OTA when you have root access. So I have said all the steps. Now after renaming the files, you have to reboot into recovery and first flash the vendor package, then flash all other files, and after flashing the files you have to flash the view meta and format data, then reboot. And the files are here. So I have renamed the files. Now I have to just reboot into recovery. But before that, for safe installation I will just remove the screen locks. So I have removed the skin locks. Now let's just reboot into recovery, and you cannot reboot to recovery by this option, we have to use Magisk for that. So let's just reboot into recovery. So you can see I have installed the TWRP 3.6 currently, and I don't think we have to enter the password because I have removed it. Here you can see the internal storage is showing, but I have the files in my SD card. And here you can see I have the files and they are all named as .zip. So you don't have to wipe anything, just go to install and at first flash the system vendor. So you can see it is now flashing the system vendor image. Let's wait for that. So the vendor flashing is complete. Now I can go to install and just flash all the files one by one. So at first I will just select the my carrier, then my.hit app, then my manifest, then my region, then my stock, and I will flash all of them. So you can see here I have flashed all the files. Now I have to flash the BB meter. Now I will click on install image, then click on BB meter and select the BB meter and swipe to confirm flash. Now after flashing I will go to wipe and go to format data, type yes. So yes, you have to back up all your data before updating through OTA when you have root. So you can see flashing is complete. Now I will just reboot into system and I really don't know will it work or not. So let's see. So you can see the Realme logo appeared. I think it worked as expected. So you can see here our device has booted successfully. Now I will just set up the ROM, then I will show you the device was updated or not. So in the about phone you can see here the device is successfully updated to C.18. So this is it for this video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.